What's up, everybody? It's Kevin. Just checking in, give you a quick update on my shit show. So, I had originally bought some eBay control arms. This is them. This is the uppers. First thing I did was take the ball joints out and I put some upgraded tall Pro-Forge ball joints in them. Worked great. Second, I had to adjust the preload on these, take them all apart, grease them, drill a hole through it, and put a cotter pin. Otherwise, these things would just back apart and fall apart on the road. I think you could get by with the uppers. They're actually made pretty nice. The lowers I'm not overly excited about. The bolt holes for the bushings on the bottom ones are smaller, and the holes in the frame are bigger, so you would have a bunch of slop. You'd have to figure out how to do that. So I said, screw it. I'm done. I'm not going to mess around with it anymore. So I ended up going with BMR control arms. They are much better. They have grease zerks. I also put my Pro-Forge tall ball joints in these. Much better deal. This one is not bolted on yet. I just got it sitting there. I'm in the process. Brakes look nasty and dirty. I got to get those cleaned up. Otherwise, those will be done. I'm waiting for the bottom ones to show up. Right now I have stock lower control arms with brand new springs that I cut 1/2 of a coil off. And it has Moog lower ball joints with polyurethane bushings, and then I sanded them, painted them, the whole works. But they're coming out because I'm waiting for the match to these to show up for the bottom, so they're just temporary. So if anybody needs a completely rebuilt set of lower control arms that fit 73 through 77 GM A body, or 70 through 81 Camaro, or any of the B body cars from 77 to 96. They are for sale, $50 and year shipping. I paid $50 just for the urethane bushings. Actually, I think they were more than that. Plus they got brand new Moog Problem Solver ball joints. So that's cheaper than Amazon junk. So if you give me $50 and you pay the shipping, they're all yours. And don't even have 1 mile on them. Do I need to replace the bottoms? Probably not. But I plan on beating the crap out of this thing, so that's where I'm at with that. Anyway, here's the roof. I got lucky when we ripped the top off. All the rust is, it's not even rust, that's just shitty glue. The weirdest part is this part right here. I'm going to have to do some body work because since it's a vinyl top car, it's just pieced together. It was never body worked. So I'll have to blend that in, do some body work there to make it look nice, because there will not be a vinyl top going back on this thing. But otherwise, the only rust is right here where they all do it. And that's not even bad, thank God. But then you can see the seam where the quarter panel was put on, and they didn't finish it at the factory because it was a vinyl top car. So whatever. And I have a ton of shit to do yet. But I got the new Willward proportioning valve on. Nothing's plumbed because it's getting a line lock also. And I got to take the proportioning valve off the frame. Other than that, I got the brand new quick ratio steering box, which is basically out of an Impala SS or a police car from the 90s. I didn't go with anything aftermarket because this will work just fine, and it's a few $100 cheaper. This is a budget hot rod build, not top of the line. I don't have sponsors or a big bank account, so other than that, my poor engine is dusty, dirty, gross. Before I put the inner fenders back on, I am removing the manual fuel pump. It's getting an electric fuel pump, an all new fuel line with a return line for a carburetor. Boy, it really looks like a cluster with everything unbolted. Other than that, yeah, you can see the lower control arm down there, nice and painted. It was painted with Hammerite paint. It actually turned out really good. It was sanded down completely. But yeah, between the ball joints and the polyurethane bushings, that alone, shit, that's $100 worth of parts alone. Not to mention the headache of labor it was to put it all together. Alright, other than that, this poor thing, I know everybody sees pictures on my Facebook and stuff and thought, wow, that's a nice car, but it's 50-year-old paint. It's got a bunch of door dings from my son's ex-girlfriend banging against everything she could find. But there is no rust in the car. That's the extent of it. Paint chipped off and crappy clear coat thrown over the top of it. But there's lots of imperfections like bubbling. He had crap in the trunk while doing donuts or something and it dinged the outer quarter panel, so I get to fix all that. But after I get everything cleaned up in the garage today, I'm going to attempt, which will probably make most people puke, I'm going to be putting a rear spoiler on the back of the car. I'm building it. So basically, I bought some 16 gauge steel. I'm going to bend it, weld it, put it to the angle I like before I drill or mount it to the car whatsoever. If it looks like crap, I'll throw it away. But otherwise, that's the plan. I gotta get the rest of the trim off the car, including the bottom. I'm gonna sand and polish all the stainless, try to get that shiny. I have brand new wheel well trim, front and back. Other than that, what else? Still trying to figure out if I want to keep these headlights or not. They're just eBay headlights. They're super bright, but I don't know if I like them or not. Let's see. Steering. So I'm doing the upgrade. I can figure out where I set it. There it is. This is the Jeep. I painted it. This is the Jeep steering shaft. They use it in 88 to 98 Chevy trucks to get rid of the rag joint. This also fits perfect. I test fitted it in the Caprice and it fit perfect. It's supposed to help with all the steering, get rid of any slop or whatever. I have, as it's basically hanging from a brake line, I have brand new stainless ones, so I'm good there. Even though those were brand new, but the stainless ones will look better and they should be better. So yeah, basically before I start doing body work and paint, I am going to put all new fuel lines, electric fuel pump. What else do I got here? We already did the wiper motor. Hopefully it works. We haven't tested it yet. I'm going to tuck the front bumper. It's getting a rear disc brake setup, which is pretty cool. Very cost effective. The whole kit cost me about $200. It's not even a kit. I just bought all the parts separately. I will be rebuilding the rear end. It has a 308 posi in it right now, factory, but it will not. It's getting a True Track with a 373. The car has a 700 R4 transmission, which I also will be making a video. I have to take the tail shaft off and change the gears for the speedometer, because when I'm going 55 miles an hour, the speedometer says 75. Oh, my inner fenders look like crap. They're just dusty, but they turned out good. It's definitely a color that I just mixed with a couple colors I had. But other than that, I'm going to get most of the mechanical done. Brake lines, fuel lines, all that good stuff all together, and then I'll start doing body work. But nothing more very special at this moment. As I go, I'll let you know and keep you posted. Peace out.